you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about Aaron.
Wide open spaces. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Unloads quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Why not trying to get it in? Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. 2nd and goal coming up. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fitted in the window for the score.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Illinois' offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's the pressure. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Boots his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Excellent coverage that time, didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. This rivalry more than a century old with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time, guys.
And just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side of it. And Illinois now, maybe they're going to be trying to create a little new trend here.
Yeah, try to get some mojo. Try to get some momentum on their side. Try to change this rivalry. Listen, it starts one at a time, right? Like the old coaches speak. We got to throw out those records from 100 years ago. They don't matter. Let's dominate today.
Looking to the big tight end. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Altmaier. Quick strike complete. It's a seam wide open. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice game. Luke Altmaier started his career as a backup to Matt Corral at Ole Miss, but man, did he blossom for the Fighting Illini. Had their best season in more than 20 years, and maybe more in store for him, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there were still a lot of fans that I think were skeptical when the transfer portal news came out that he was going to be joining Illinois. People wanted to see what all the hype was about. You saw it last year, not just running the ball, but making big plays through the air. Really curious to see if Luke Altmaier can take the next step this season, because if they do, this is going to be a really, really tough team to beat.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's picked off in the end zone. No, the officials are... Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Michigan proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Wolverines team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Got a man, it's Tate. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
It's so important this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Sayin. Out of the backfield, he's open. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down, and a field goal's not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Buckeyes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illabuck, guys, is a giant wooden turret.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, David, but that is pretty cool history, Reese.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need one turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a live living animal. That's why they changed it.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Sayin. The sure hands, it's Tate. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Graham. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Looking to throw on first down. A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Moving away from pressure. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Line is set on third down. Looking to pass. It's Altmaier. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Clement. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Illinois right back to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Arkin. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. To the air on first down. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Dixon. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Illibuck is on the line, and already Ohio State and Illinois have given us some stirring moments. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Ohio State and Illinois plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for blockers. And the coverage team gets the return on the ground. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Snags it quickly on the left.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Yeah, and sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell.
He's got it. First down and more. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes are on the move. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off, Palmer.
Yeah, you're right, David. In this game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win, but you're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the second half.
Quick release on the RPO. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
It's caught downfield. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield, it's Altmaier. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Here's the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter.
And first down for the offense.
On the ready. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Got it in the middle. It's Graham. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Buckeyes look to do some damage in the red zone. Leaves it with the back. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Let's go! They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Altmaier. A little release to the back. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw again. A strike downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Ready to fire from the pistol. Give to the running back. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Dixon. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. To throw, it's Altmaier. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out, fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. His drive will open from the 15. Sends it back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got...
He lobs one high down the left side. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer. And the extra point is good, and that's the way we'll wrap it up.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do